Hi, first grade friends. Welcome to Math Lesson 155. Today, we are going to be doing a little bit of review and talking about some new things as well. So you are going to need your whiteboard, so please have that and a dry erase marker out. And you can also go ahead and have out your worksheet for today for Lesson 155. Those are going to be pages 309 and 310. We're going to start off by reviewing some combinations. So what you're going to do is pause my video, copy these combinations onto your whiteboard, and then unpause the video and check your answers. So go ahead and pause the video now. All right, so you should have written down your combinations and your answers. So let's go ahead and check them together. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 plus 7 equals 10. 10 plus 2 equals 12. Yeah, let's look at our second one. 5 plus 7 equals 12. 12 minus 2 equals 10. 10 plus 3 equals 13. And our last one, 10 plus 2 equals 12. 12 minus 5 equals 7. 7 plus 4 equals 11. So your answer should have been 12, 13, and 11. The next thing that we are going to review is couple of story problems. So I'm going to read you the story problem and you are going to write the combination on your whiteboard. Then you're also going to write the answer. So listen closely to my first story problem. Mallory has 6 books to read. Kevin has 5 books to read. How many books do they have all together? Okay, so you're going to write the combination. Mallory has 6 books to read. Kevin has 5 books to read. How many books do they have all together? And remember, when we see that word all together in a story problem, it means that you're going to do what? Add, right? Anytime you see that word in a story problem, it means you're going to add. So your combination should have said 6 plus 5 equals 11. Mallory had 6 books, Kevin had 5 books. All together they have 11 books. Listen closely to my next combination. Erase what you wrote for the first one so that you can get ready to write the second one. Alex had 11 stamps in his stamp collection. He gave 3 stamps to Jeff. How many stamps does he have left? Okay, so he gave some away. So are we going to be adding or are we going to be subtracting? That's right, we're going to be subtracting. So the combination that you should have written down is 11 minus 3 equals 8. All right, now you don't need your whiteboard for this part. I'm going to be going over with you the 13 subtraction family. So I'm going to be showing you the flashcards for that family and you are going to say them with me, okay? Let's see. 13 minus 0 equals 13. 13 minus 1 equals 12. 13 minus 2 equals 11. 13 minus 3 equals 10. 13 minus 4 equals 9. 13 minus 5 equals 8. 13 minus 6 equals 7. 13 minus 7 equals 6. 13 minus 8 equals 5. 13 minus 9 equals 4. 13 minus 10 equals 3. 13 minus 11 equals 2. 13 minus 12 equals 1. And 13 minus 13 equals 0. You're going to be seeing a lot more combinations that either equal 13 or start with the number 13, so make sure that you go over those math facts so that you know them well. The last thing that we're going to talk about today before we go over our worksheet is something we talked about in our last lesson, which is adding numbers with 3 digits. But now this looks a little bit different, doesn't it? When we learned how to do it the first time, there weren't any boxes over the tens place. We didn't carry any of our numbers. We just left them at the bottom where they were because none of the answers were bigger than 9. So today, we're going to be talking about how to carry numbers when you're adding 3-digit numbers. Now, let's see, where's my marker? Here we go. It's very, very similar to what we did yesterday, and it's very, very similar to how we add 2-digit numbers and carry over to the 10. Just like when we do that, the biggest number that can be at the bottom is the number 9. Anything bigger than 9, and then we have to move it over to the tens place. So let's take a look at this one, and I just want you to follow along with me for this one, and then on the next one, you can do it with me on your whiteboard. 7 plus 5 equals 12. Now in the number 12, the 2 is in the ones place, so it can stay down here. The 1 is in the tens place, so we have to move it over to the tens place. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 plus 5 equals 8. And then for the hundredths place, we just add the numbers that are there. 5 plus 3 equals 8. So our answer is 882. Now I want you to get your whiteboard, and I want you to write this combination on your whiteboard. 143 plus 247. Now, I want you to try to do this on your own, and then we'll go over it together, okay? But I want you to go ahead and pause the video, work on this, and then unpause it to see if your answer was correct. So go ahead and pause the video now. All right, so you should have worked on this problem, and you should have your answer still on your whiteboard. Let's go over it together to see if you did it correctly. 3 plus 7 equals 10. Can I put the whole number there on the bottom? No, right? The biggest number that can go on the bottom is the number 9. So since 3 plus 7 is 10, I know that since the 0 in the number 10 is in the ones place, the 0 can stay, but the 1 in the number 10 is in the tens place. So guess where it has to go? It has to go up here in the tens place. I'm going to put the number 1 right up there. 1 plus 4 equals 5. 5 plus 4 equals 9. And then for the hundredths place, you just add those two numbers just as they are. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So your answer should have been 390. Give me a thumbs up if you got it right. Good job. All right, I'm going to go over our worksheet for today. So go ahead and get that out. And let's take a look at the front of the worksheet. For number 1, you are going to write the sum. So that means you're just going to add the numbers that are there together. For number 2, you're going to write the before and after numbers by 2. So you're going to count by 2 to write the numbers and fill in the missing numbers. For number 3, they want you to color half a dozen eggs. So you have a carton of eggs. They want you to only color half a dozen eggs. So try to remember what number half a dozen is and color in that many eggs. For number 4, you are going to circle the digit that is in the hundreds place. So look at each of the numbers that they've given you and circle the digit that's in the hundreds place. For number 5, you're going to write either plus or minus in the flower. Okay, so you have 5 blank 6 equals 11. Is it 5 minus 6 equals 11 or 5 plus 6 equals 11? That's right, it's 5 plus 6. 5 minus 6 wouldn't make sense. So you're going to figure out which one makes sense, which of the two symbols would make the combination true, and you're going to write that in there. So you're just going to either write in a plus or a minus. Let's look at the back. On the back it says write the sums. Add the ones first, then add the tens, last of all add the hundreds. Now if you look at your combinations, there is a little square above the tens place that tells you that you're going to be carrying one of the digits over to the tens place. For number 2, you are going to read the 2 story problems. You're going to fill in the boxes with the combinations, and remember to fill in both answer boxes with your answer. For number 3, you are going to use tally marks to show the facts. Okay, so they've already put the answer there for you. They just want to see if you know or remember how to write tally marks. Remember, tally marks are written in groups of 5. You only cross that group with the 5th tally mark if the number is bigger than 5. Okay, so for the number 7, you would have a group of 5 tally marks and then 2 tally marks on their own. Okay, you're going to do that for each of the numbers that you see there. And for number 4, the last one, you are going to write the differences. Remember that the word difference is the same thing as the answer. We use that word when we're subtracting. So you are going to subtract and write the difference. Look over your answers. Remember to do your best, and I will see you back here tomorrow.